Hi everyone. I'll just give people another minute or two to come on. Hi Imogen, hi Richard, hi Chloe. Everyone's on mute by the way, so I can't hear anyone. But oh hi Richard. I can see Angela. Yeah, grab a wee cup of tea or a water or a juice or something. I'll start in a few minutes, so just get settled. But well done for everyone getting on Zoom. A different way of doing yoga. Keep us all nice and safe while still moving. So we'll just get started in a wee minute. But yeah, get yourselves comfy, grab a drink. And any wee layers you think you might want at the end. We're going to have a long shavasana at the end so we can have a nice relax at the end of class. Oh, I don't know if everyone can see that message. Usually I just put on hi everyone, hope you're keeping safe and staying in lockdown. Thank you for the class. Oh, thanks, Julia. And yeah, I agree. Hope you're all keeping safe. So just before we get started, we had a play about with music earlier, and having music and me talking, the music quality isn't great. I think that's just how the app works on Zoom. So if you want any music, you're welcome to sort of play your own music in the background. So if you have a phone next to you or a computer or a radio, you're welcome to pop that on. All right, so I think we'll just get started. Just gonna check there's no one else waiting to get on. All right, so you can start however you feel comfortable, either sitting cross-legged. You can't actually see my full legs here. I've got the camera quite far away from me. So you can either start cross-legged, kneeling, or you can lie down for these first few moments of class, however you feel most comfortable. So just take these first couple moments to set up your space. Some of us might have a bit more room, some of us might be practicing in the kitchen or bathroom. So whatever space you have, get as comfortable as you can. Like I said, any little cushions or blankets you want to get comfy, use them. So as we start to settle into our space, now more than ever it's really important to give yourself this full hour just for you. All of us are probably going to have lots of different thoughts coming in and out through the practice. So be okay with that. Don't judge yourself for letting your mind wander. It's very, very natural and normal, especially in the current climate. But as much as possible, wherever your thoughts start to waver, just bring them back to your breath. So as you sit in stillness for these first few moments, I encourage you to set an intention for the next hour. So you might already have some thoughts you want to have for the next hour. It might be a case of just taking that hour out for yourself. It might be that you need a good stretch, especially if you're working from home, which all of us are. It might be that you are working either in or with people who are in hospitals or in working in shops. And so you maybe just want this headspace and a bit of movement. I invite you for this next hour, rather than being competitive with yourself or giving yourself some huge goal, just maybe take this hour to listen to your body and listen to your mind and what it needs. And it might be a little less or a little more than you expected. And as we move through all the different postures, really listen to where your body is. So does your body need a bit more energy from you, or does your body need you to back off a little bit and be gentle with it? So start to bring your awareness, as you sit in this first few moments, bring your awareness towards your breath. Notice how you're breathing today. In this virus we have going around, all of us maybe are already conscious of our breath. But just notice how your breathing feels in this moment, this evening. Do you notice where your breath goes? So as you breathe in, notice where your breath goes. Can you feel it coming down your throat, into your lungs? Do you notice your belly rise and fall? Do you notice the air coming back out, either through your mouth or through your nostrils? Notice the subtleties. Does your breath feel cool on your skin? Does it feel warm? And does your breathing feel deep or shallow? So if you're breathing shallow, you might notice the top of your chest rising and falling. And if it's deeper, you might notice your belly more, the back of your ribs expanding. So take 2 more breaths in your own time, just noticing. And then we're going to do a little breathing exercise. So we're going to do a 3-part breath. So on your next inhale, start to breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 2, 1. And then let a third of the air out, hold. Let another third of the air out, hold. And then let all the air come out your lungs. Breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. Then let a third of the air out. Hold. Let another third out. Hold. And then let all the air come out your lungs. One more time in for 3, 2, 1. Fill up as much as you can, maybe a little more. Hold for 2. And then breathing out a third. Hold. The other third out. Hold. And then let all the air come out your lungs. And then let the air flow in naturally. Start to find a steady breath for you. And just notice the extra space you've created in that 3-part breath. From here, start to move your fingers and toes a little. Trying to use your breath to create a little bit of movement. And if you're lying down, then start to reach your hands behind you on the floor. If you're seated, start to reach your hands up towards the ceiling. So you're stretching your hands long wherever you are. Reaching them up as high as you can. Take another breath in. See if you can create a little bit more air in, so even more. And then as you exhale, bring both hands down, either side of your body. Nice. From here, whether you're sitting or lying, you're going to start to bring yourself into a ball on your back. So if you're seated, then you can get a hold of your toes, or if you're lying down, start to hug your knees in towards your chest. And start to roll down the length of your spine, gently stretching out all the muscles all the way down the back of your body. And then from here, start to roll side to side. So notice the muscles in the middle of your back opening. Letting your head just rest on the floor as you rock side to side. And then from here, once again, getting a hold of your toes, you're going to start to create really big rocks all the way up and down your body. And we're going to aim to come all the way through to a tabletop position. So either create a bit of momentum, come through, or just take a couple of moments to move into a tabletop position. So placing your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Take a moment to steady yourself here. Really press your hands into the ground as much as you can. And then as you inhale, start to bring your chest towards the front of the room, opening up your head towards the front. Moving through some cat-cows. As you exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Press your hands away, creating a big dome in your back, stretching out your shoulder blades. Inhale, open your chest towards the front of the room. Exhale, tucking your chin towards your chest. So take another 5 rounds of these in your own time. You can add anything on that feels good, maybe rolling around your forearms. You can even turn your hands round the other way if you'd like. Maybe even coming all the way back into a child's pose. And notice your breath as you move through these. Taking your time. Take one last full round of those cat-cows. And then we're going to start to move towards still in that tabletop position. So really press both feet into the mat, pressing your hands into the mat. On your next inhale, start to lift your left hand up and forward in front of you. From here, either stay as you are or lift your right leg behind you, so the opposite leg. See if you can lift it as high as you can. Take a deep breath in to come a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, bring that hand towards your knee. And then as you inhale, open everything out, stretching that hand and foot. Exhale, hand to knee. Inhale, come all the way back forward. Last time, exhale, bring your hand towards your knee. Inhale, stretching all the way out. Last time, and then bring your hand and foot back towards the mat. From here, start to move your weight into your other hand. Inhale, reach your right hand up this time, and then left leg can come back. You can just do the arm as well if it's too much. As you exhale, bring your hand towards your knee. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hand to knee. Curling nice and tight. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, tap that knee. Inhale, all the way forward. And then exhale, plant your hands at the front of your mat. From here, start to come back onto your bum for a second, so into a kneeling position. And then from here, bring your hands all the way out in front of you, creating circles with your hands and wrists. If you're working at a desk, you might find that your forearms and hands are quite tight. So just take as many little stretches in all your fingers, all the muscles, and then switch direction if you haven't already. Nice. Then let's shake up the energy. So inhale, sweep your hands towards the ceiling. And then you're going to start to shake your hands as much as you can. So as fast as you can, and keep those hands lifted as high as you can. Shake them even faster. Nice. You're going to go for 3 more seconds. Hands even higher. 3, 2, even faster. 1. And then exhale, bring your hands all the way down onto your thighs. Close down your eyes. As you breathe in, notice the warmth you've created in your hands. Let it all go. Let's do 2 more clearing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Fill your lungs. Exhale out the mouth. 1 more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Moving in towards our downward dog. So keeping that intention in mind as you move, starting to tuck your toes, lifting those hips up and back into your first downward dog. We'll take 3 breaths here, so take as much movement as you need in your downward dog. I think you might be able to see my downward dog better this way. Bend those knees as much as you need. Maybe one foot and then the other padding, or stillness if that feels better. And then from here, we're going to move through some sun salutations. So as you inhale, flow forward to a high plank. And then as you exhale, gently drop your knees, chest and chin coming down towards the ground. As you inhale, gently just lift your chest off the ground. Exhale, coming down, and then inhale back to your downward dog, lifting and up. Nice. Take 3 more breaths in your downward dog. Option always there if you'd like to take a child's pose, which looks like this. Come down at any point. This class is for you, so take whatever option feels best in your body. On your next inhale, flow forward to your high plank. Exhale, dropping those knees, chest and chin. And then as you inhale, coming up, just the chest off the ground. Exhale, come down. Tuck your toes and then inhale back to downward dog. Last round like that, so 3 breaths. Maybe keeping that movement in your knees if you're waking up the legs, or stillness. And on your next inhale, flow forward to your high plank. Dropping the knees, chest and chin. And then inhale to your up dog or cobra. Exhale down and then back to that downward dog. Nice. Taking 3 breaths here again. Feel free to add or take away anything, just like a little candle so you can see me better. Add or take away anything you need in class. From here, I'm going to move myself around so you can see me a little bit better. On your next inhale, start to lift your left leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, foot between your hands, and then drop your back knee coming into a low lunge. So as you inhale, hands come all the way up. Staying here for 2 breaths. So as you exhale, sink those hips nice and low, pressing both feet in towards the mat. Nice. On your next exhale, hands come to the front of your mat. Inhale, back foot comes forward, and inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, sweep your hands towards the ceiling, standing tall. And then exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back this time, coming into a low lunge on the second side. Inhale, sweep those hands up towards the ceiling. Staying here for 2 breaths. Exhale, sink those hips nice and low. Inhale, find a bit of length in your spine. Feeling that big stretch here in the front of your body. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Stepping your front foot back to downward dog. Taking 3 breaths to come into that downward dog or staying in downward dog. Notice how your body feels as you start to warm up into the movement. Take a clearing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Then from here, open up your hip, so you're bending to that knee, so you can see my foot. You want to have your hip really open. Maybe you can see your foot underneath your left armpit. Look under. On your exhale, bring your knee towards your nose or coming into warrior 2. So step your foot between your hands, dropping your back heel, and then opening into warrior 2. Nice. So taking a huge big breath, check your alignment. So you want your front heel to line up with your back arch. And then opening up both hands. So if your back hand's drooping down, you can lift it up. Because you can actually see yourself if you've got your video on. It's quite nice and you see what your pose looks like. All right, on your inhale, flip your front palm, sweeping into exalted warrior. Stretching that hand nice and tall. As you exhale, front elbow comes to front thigh. And then opening up, maybe looking underneath that armpit. Nice inhale, coming all the way back to exalted warrior, opening everything up. Exhale, front elbow comes to front thigh. Maybe looking under that elbow again. Inhale, coming back to your warrior 2. And from here, as you exhale, bring your hands down to the front of your mat. Stepping your back foot forward and inhale to a halfway lift at the front of your mat. Exhale, folding over your legs. And then inhale, sweep those hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a moment at the front of your mat in Tadasana. Take 2 deep breaths here and notice how you feel. Close your eyes if that feels good. And notice where your weight's sitting while you're in your Tadasana. Notice where your mind is going. We're going to flow through that on the second side. So on your next inhale, hands come towards the ceiling. And then exhale, fold your body over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, right foot comes back, opening into warrior 2 on the second side. So bending deeply into that front knee. Nice. Once again, take a moment to check your alignment. Got that back arch lining up with the front heel. And then nice strong arms. Good, looks good. As you inhale, flip your front palm. And then exhale, bring it all the way back. Staying for a breath here. Inhale, coming all the way back through, front elbow to front thigh, opening into warrior 2 on the second side. Inhale, coming all the way back up, back hand to back thigh, reaching that hand up towards the ceiling, bending into the front knee a little more if you need. Inhale, opening up to your warrior 2, and then exhale, hands cartwheel to the front of your mat. This time we're going back to downward dog. So front foot comes back to downward dog. 3 options, either stay in downward dog, or you can take a child's pose, so come right down, or flow through vinyasa if you'd like. So if you'd like to, you can inhale to your high plank. Exhale, either dropping the knees, or just a chaturanga. Inhale to either your up dog, or your cobra with your legs down, just the chest up. And then back to downward dog. Let's once again take a big clearing breath here. So inhale through your nose, and then exhale out your mouth. Let it all go. All right, from here we're going to flow through one more sequence here.
Inhale, lifting your left leg up and back behind you.
And keep your toes facing towards the floor. So turn your toes in towards the inside of your body.
Lifting that leg a little higher as you inhale.
And then exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Step your foot between your hands. This time we're coming to warrior one. So you might want to shorten your stance a little bit. And you want your foot to be about a 45-degree angle. So as if it's like 10 to 2. Front foot's facing forward. Nice. Bend into your front knee and inhale, sweep your hands up towards the ceiling. If your shoulders are tired, you can keep them on your waist. And create a little bit more space and height in your body. Nice. Come a little bit closer. All right, from here we're going to come into a forward fold. So as you exhale, bring your hands behind you, clasping your hands. So you're interlocking your fingers. As you inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, bring your weight towards the inside of that knee. Take 2 breaths here in a forward fold. So with every exhale, let your hands fall a little further away from your back. Nice. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, release those hands, and then inhale, sweep those hands up towards the ceiling. Nice. Exhale. From here, you're going to bring your hands towards the front of your mat, stepping your back foot forwards, and inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold your body over your legs. Inhale, sweep your hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold your body over your legs. Inhale, coming to a halfway lift. And then bring your hands towards the floor, stepping to the second side. This time you're going with your left foot back, coming into warrior one on the second side, bending into that front knee, reaching your hands up towards the ceiling. So take a moment to check on your alignment here. So you want a nice bend in that front knee, and you want to really press your back heel in towards the ground, creating that nice stretch in that back calf. And then we're going into that forward fold again. So clasping your hands behind you. This time you're going to switch your hands. So whichever way feels natural, move your fingers along one so it feels slightly awkward. Just so you can stretch your shoulders out a bit differently. Inhale, peel your shoulders towards the ceiling. And then exhale, fold towards the inside of that legs. So really squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, opening up the front of that chest. Take one more full round of breath here, creating nice space in the front of the shoulders, stretching the hamstrings. Exhale, release those hands, and then inhale, coming back to that straight warrior one. Exhale, hands come to the front of your mat. This time, front foot comes back to downward dog, and those same 3 options apply. So either downward dog for 3 breaths, or child's pose, or you can flow through that vinyasa if you'd like. So you can inhale to high plank. Exhale, your knees are all the way. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And then exhale, coming back to downward dog. Going to be nice and warm now. All right, from here, moving towards the front of our mat. Bend into your knees deeply. So you can either step and hop to the front of your mat, or take a couple of steps to come all the way forwards. Ragdolling once you get there, so you're folding all the way over your body. Take 2 breaths and you can sway side to side, or stay in stillness if that feels good. Notice how your back feels here. Notice how much more open you are in your spine. From here, we're going to come into chair pose. So bring your big toes to touch, and as you inhale, sweep your hands all the way alongside your body, coming into that chair. Exhale, sink a little deeper into your chair, and then bring your hands together into your heart center. We're going to move into a twist. So bringing your right elbow over your left thigh, twisting towards the left here. So you want to aim to have your hands in between your chest still as you twist, and keep sinking deep with those hips. Maybe lift the toes if you want a little more of a challenge. Take one more breath here. Inhale to open. Exhale, sink a little deeper. And then as you inhale, Reach your hands towards the ceiling, stretch everything up, and then as you exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold, let it all go. Take a full round of breath to release all the tension off before we move to the second side. So once again, bring your big toes to touch, a little gap between your heels. Inhale, sweep your hands alongside your body. And then exhale, sinking deep into your chair pose. Hands come to heart center. And then opposite side, so this time left elbow comes over your right thigh. I'll show you this way around this time, so twisting deep in your chair. Maybe lifting those toes. Take another full round of breath here, finding a little more space in your twist. Feeling all that juicy twist in your organs. On your next inhale, everything comes up, standing nice and tall. And then exhale, fold your body over your legs. Swing side to side, letting it all go. Nice. From here, we're going to do a little standing twist. So create a little bit of buoyancy in your knees. You're still in your forward fold. From here, we're going to do a twist. So option, take your left hand onto your left waist. And then you can bring your right hand, either onto your left big toe, to the outside of your foot, or to the outside of your calf. And then you're going to open towards the left. If you want a little more, you can open up that top hand, create a little bit more of a twist. And keep that nice bend in both knees. Take one more huge breath, lengthening your spine, and as you exhale, really opening into that twist a little more. Nice. On your next exhale, coming back towards the center. Shaking it off, maybe ragdoll side to side. We're going to do that twist on the second side. So once again, left hand either to your big toe, outside of your foot, outside of your calf. Right hand towards your waist, opening up into that twist. And then option to straighten out that top hand. See how it feels. Ideally keeping your head and neck the same direction as your belly button. A lot of us twist from our neck, but you want the twist to come all the way from the center of your body. Nice. On your next exhale, dropping both hands down. And then take 2 breaths to come up to stand. Maybe close your eyes and feel every vertebrae stack as you come all the way to stand. Let's take a big clearing breath. So inhale, shoulders come towards your ears. And then exhale, roll them down your back, let it all go out your mouth. Nice. Close down your eyes and take a moment to notice. Placing your left hand onto the heart center, so into the center of your chest, right hand onto your belly. And take 2 breaths, just noticing how your breath feels, how connected you are to your body. Keeping your eyes closed, you can keep your hands where they are. We're going to play with our balance, but just on both feet. So from here, start to bring all your weight into your toes, so all the way to the front of your body. As far forward, as much as you almost might fall forward, and use your foot if you need to. Notice how that feels. And then gently start to bring your weight into your heels. Notice how your body reacts, where are the muscles working to keep your weight here. And then start to bring your weight all the way to the center. Keeping both feet firmly on the ground, start to bring your weight into your left foot. Keeping the other one on the ground, and once again, notice what muscles are working to keep you here. Bring your weight back to the center, then into your right foot. Slowly moving to the other side. Coming all the way back to the center. Keeping those eyes closed, notice if you can find a place where your weight is distributed all the way evenly. Noticing if it feels better having your feet further forward, further back. And then from here, we're going to play with a bit of balance on one leg. So you're welcome to open your eyes for this next bit. Open your palms towards the front of the room with your hands either side of your body. Start to bring all of your weight into your left foot. Gently hovering that right foot above the ground. See if you can just keep it about a centimetre above the ground. So we're just moving the weight across without that foot coming too high. Even that can just be fun to practice your balance here. And then from here, start to bend into that front knee, lifting your knee as high as you can in front of you. Flex as much as you can into that foot that's off the ground. Nice. We're going to do a standing twist. So option to keep this leg bent, or you can straighten it out. So option one is you're going to bring your left hand onto that knee, and then open your right hand to the back, coming into the twist. Option two, if you'd like it, you can get a hold of the bottom of your foot, or you can get a hold of your toe, straightening out that leg, and then opening up all the way to the back. Maybe bringing your head round to the back. Maybe losing the balance. So just play with it and see. You've got 3 breaths to play here. With every exhale, finding a little bit deeper twist in the center of your body. And then as you inhale, gently start to come back towards the front of the room. See if you can kick that leg out in front of you for 2 breaths. Maybe lifting that foot a little higher, really using your core, using that leg. And then exhale, gently start to bring your foot back towards the mat and shake it off. Well done. It's really hard work. Okay, you can guess where we're going. We're going to move to the second side. So start to do anything you need in between. So if you need to stretch off your ankles, twist them off, that's fine. And then start to settle yourself into your right leg. So really grounding here. And if you are on video, maybe you look at something else in the room while you're doing this. So maybe look above your phone or your laptop or look on the ground, just to really ground yourself. And then inhale, start to bring that knee nice and high in front of you. Once again, really flexing that foot. And then we're going to do the twist on the second side. So same options, either hand on that knee, so your right hand on your knee, or you can get a hold of your toe, straightening that foot out in front of you. And then you can reach that back hand all the way to the back of the room. Use a wall if you need as well. No one's next to you, so you can use as many props as you like. And then if you want to challenge your balance, maybe looking towards that back hand. And then as you exhale, releasing that foot or knee. And then take one more big breath, straightening into that leg. Maybe lift it a little higher if you can. And then exhale, bring it all the way down. And then release everything off, shake it off. Oh, good work. All right, we're going to do one more big balance. So we're going to actually move from tree pose into aeroplane. So we're going to go back to the first leg. So once you've done any stretching you need to do, start to bring all your weight into your left leg. Bring your right leg off the mat. So finding that balance first. Find something to focus on, maybe looking at the ground or the wall in front of you. And then bringing your right leg either onto the center of your calf, or you can hook it right up into your thigh. Wherever feels best, just make sure it's not on the knee joint. So protecting the knee either below or above. And then bringing your hands either side. Play with this. So maybe bring your hands towards the ceiling. Maybe cactus arms. You can actually see the top of the arms, can't you? So opening them up nice and wide. If you want to really challenge your balance here, if you feel solid, close your eyes for a moment and notice how that feels. And then from your tree, start to release that foot. We're going to move into airplane pose. So start to kick your hands and foot behind you, making this nice long line. Really flexing into that foot behind you. We're going to move towards a high lunge. So you can either just step your foot down or go as slow as you can into that high lunge. Sweeping your hands up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, sinking low. If you want a bit of support, you can drop the back knee, or you can keep it nice and high. Taking one more big breath here. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot. Bring your back foot forward and inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, folding over your legs and then let it go. Take 2 breaths here, either ragdoll or stay in stillness. And then to the full round of breath to come all the way back to stand. And we'll do that on the second side. Nice. Take a big clear breath. Inhale, shoulders come up. Exhale, let it all go out your mouth. All right, we're going to do that on the second side. So bring all the weight into your right leg this time. Once again, find something to look at. It's going to steady you. It's actually a really nice idea having something like a candle, for example, just in front of you, or a little plant or something. And then from here, start to bring your foot into whatever position feels good, either into your calf or into the thigh. Wherever your foot is pressing into, really create a bit of pressure there. So be pressing your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. And then take a couple of breaths to play with your hands here. So either bring your hands into cactus arms, up to the ceiling. Maybe you want to come into eagle arms, so bring one hand under the other, and then clasping and thumb, whatever feels good in your body. And feel free to close your eyes here if you want that little extra challenge. On your next breath in, start to unhook that foot. And we're moving into airplane again. So squaring off the hips, and then start to bring your hands and leg all the way behind you. Try not to tip your bookshelf over in the meantime. Nice. Take one big breath in here and lift that leg a little higher behind you. Maybe bending into your front knee. And then if you'd like, you can move into that high lunge to bring that foot behind you. If you'd like the support, you can drop the back knee or keeping that knee high for that one big breath. And exhale, let it all go. And then from here, bring your hands towards the front of your mat. Stepping your back foot forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold your body over your legs. Inhale, sweep your hands towards the ceiling. Hands come to heart center, let it all go out your mouth. Nice. Once again, take 2 deep breaths in here. Notice where your breath's going. Notice where your mind's going. Gently bring it back to your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel that you're connected. And we're all connected here. All right, we're going to move towards our mats. So we get a bit of a sit down and lie down now. So from here, we're going to option to start to sit yourself down, or we can move through chair pose. So a couple options. As you inhale, start to sweep your hands alongside your body. And then as you exhale, start to sink your hips super low. So sinking as low as you can. And then once you're as low as your hips can possibly go, maybe lifting your heels off the ground. And then see if you can sink your bum a little bit lower until your bum is sitting just about on your heels. Well done, you're all doing really well. And then from here, you can start to take that leap of faith, maybe bringing your bum straight to the ground, or bring your hands down and shoot yourself right down onto your mat. Nice. All right, from here, we're going to start to move all the way down. So using a little bit of core. Loads of options here again. So first option, tucking your hands behind your thighs and keeping your feet on the ground. Option 2 is you can bring your hands either side of your body and then take your feet off the mat. See what feels best in your body. So from here, as you inhale, wherever you are, puffing your chest up. And then as you exhale, coming down a little. So feel your vertebrae start to come down onto the mat one by one. Keeping those feet down and keeping your hands connected if you need. Take 2 more breaths. So inhale, open the chest. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale, open the chest. You're shaking, I'm shaking now. Exhale, come a little lower, hovering just above your mat. And then exhale, let it all go. Nice.
So you're all the way down onto your mat now. So from here, start to bring your feet towards your bum. We're going to move through a couple of bridge poses. So really pressing your feet down into your mat. Bring your hands alongside your body. And then as you inhale, start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And if you want a bit of support, what you can do is you can bring something underneath your body. You can bring a pillow or a blanket or anything underneath here. Or just use your legs to lift up a little more. Keep pressing your feet in towards your mat, pressing your shoulders into your mat. And let's take one more big breath to take a little more height. And then as you exhale, start to bring your back down towards the mat. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Close down your eyes again. Take one hand onto your heart center, one hand onto your belly. Take 2 deep breaths here. And the option to do another back bend if you'd like. If you feel like you don't want to do another one, you can stay here and take a couple of breaths. If you'd like to move through another back bend, options to do the same back bend again, so bridge. Or if you'd like to move through wheel, you can. If you feel comfortable with it, if you don't feel comfortable, I would just say stick to bridge because it's a great back bend. So if you want to move through bridge, you're pressing your hands in towards your mat and then starting to lift up. If you do want to go for a wheel, then what you do is bring your hands alongside your ears and then start to lift your weight onto your head and then press into your hands and straighten out your arms as much as you can. Taking a couple of breaths wherever you are and just know you can come out whenever you feel ready. If you're still up, take one more huge breath in your bridge or your wheel. And then exhale, start to come down towards your mat. From here, bring your feet a little wider, your knees are still bent, and then bring your knees all the way together. So you're in a little bit of a crisscross position. You should feel your sacrum, that bit at the bottom of your back, feel really, really secure on your mat here. And then from here, taking 2 windshield wipers. So bring your knees towards one side and then to the other. Take these as slow or as fast as feels good in your body. I can have it set fire to my legs. So then from here, we've got the options for inversions. So reversing the blood flow. So option 1, you can start to bring your legs up towards the ceiling and hands up towards the ceiling. This one's called dead bug, you can guess why. So circling your hands and feet. Options are if you're working on anything like a headstand, shoulder stand, or a headstand, or what's the other one, handstand, anything like that, you're welcome to move into it now, if that's in your practice. Or you can move into a shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, you can bring your hands alongside your body, and then start to kick your legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to be here for a couple of breaths, so you really want to create loads of height in your shoulder stand. And if you can, give yourself space behind you. So we've got the option of coming into plow pose in a second. Another nice option if you like supported inversion, if you have a wall like this one beside you, you can bring your feet just up the wall and let them hang out there. And if inversions don't feel good, you can just hug your knees into your chest. If you are in shoulder stand, you're welcome to move into plow pose. So if you're up here, you can start to move your legs all the way behind you. Maybe touching the floor. Taking as many breaths as feels good in that inversion, wherever you are. And whatever you do, try and keep your head in a nice straight line while you're in your inversion. Notice your breath. Can you breathe a little deeper in your inversion? So whenever you're ready, you can start to move out of your inversion, so either walking your legs back down. If it feels good, you can hug your knees in towards your chest, and then start to rock side to side. And then we're going to move into lying twist, full body twist. So give yourself loads of space here. Start to hug your left knee in towards your chest, keeping your right hand on that knee. As you exhale, fold it across your body, and then let your other hand flow out to the side. So you're in a figure of four shape, kind of a shape but lying down. And if you'd like to, while you're lying down, you can bend that elbow if you want a little bit more of a stretch in your chest. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Lengthening out your exhale with each breath. And then on your next breath in, come back to the center and gently start to move towards the second side. So maybe hugging your knees in the middle, taking any counter stretches that feel good. And then start to hug your right knee towards your chest. And then create that, so your left knee. Whichever one you have on. Creating that twist on the second side. Taking 3 big breaths. Lengthening that exhale. Maybe bringing your head towards the right to create that full body twist. So with your next breath, start to come back towards the center. Once again, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rolling side to side. Option to come into a happy baby. So bring the bottom of your feet towards the ceiling, and then rocking side to side, opening up your pecs, groin, hamstrings. And giving the middle muscles in your back a massage. We're going to start to move towards Shavasana. So if there's anything else you feel your body needs, any little twists, any stretches, take them now, just so you know you can be comfy in your final resting posture. And get nice and cozy. The best thing about yoga at home is that after this, you can pretty much go straight to bed if you want to. So get yourself really, really cozy. Putting on any extra layers that you need. I'm going to put my jumper on. And then just start to lie yourself on your mat. You might be in your bedroom, so if you want to just go straight to bed, you can go and lie in your bed. So really start to let your body relax here. Let your body get heavy on your mat. I'm going to do a little visualization exercise with you while you're in Shavasana. So feel your body get heavy, lying every muscle all the way onto your mat. And if you'd like, you can either bring your hands either side of your body, or you can bring, once again, one hand onto your heart and one onto your belly. And just notice your breath. Notice these little subtle
Things that our body do for us every single day. So the little candle I had floating around the room. Visualize a light glowing like this one, right inside your heart, so you can feel your heart beating as your hand is lying on it. Feel the energy coming from your heart, the energy you have all the time, all the way through your body. Visualize your heart glowing like a candle, a bright light. And with every breath you take, visualize your heart getting bigger and that light expanding through your body, through your chest, through your torso, all the way down your arms, your legs. Keep feeling that heartbeat, just pump all that energy around your body. And take these next few moments for yourself and just feel this glow in every single area of your body, scanning all the way from the top of your head, scalp, relaxing all the muscles in your face, feeling your whole head fill with that white light. Your shoulders relax and melt. Feel all the muscles in your chest and back. Feel the muscles in your stomach release. Any stress and anxiety melt away. Feel your legs really relax. And just enjoy the flow. Take 3 deep breaths. Keeping that stillness in your body. Let every exhale come out of your mouth. When you're ready, start to make a little bit of breathing from your fingers. Welcome to finish class. Sitting quiet position. Your home soon. Just take as long as you like to back to where you are. You keep your eyes soft or closed for these last few minutes. And just bring one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath. Breath is so powerful. And know that you can do all these little exercises at any point, especially in a situation where you just might feel anxious. But just know places we create this really safe life. With a little breath and a little movement. All of us are way more powerful than we are. And one of the best things we can do for each other is they have the wings and keep practicing yoga. Just so much to go. I've actually recorded it, so anyone that's not to do it again, you can have it, but equally, you can do this yourself. I would recommend it if you want. Whatever intention you set for yourself, take it with you. It's to listen to your body, listen to your heart. That's really important time. Take it with you. I'm going to unmute to finish. So if anyone does want to chat, say anything about it too. Equally, if you'd like to kind of give yourself a cup of tea, keep this nice and calm. Maybe switch your boat off for a few rounds. Thank you all so much for coming on. I'm going to do this every single week at this time. So you're all welcome to come and share this with people. And like I say, if anyone wants to donate to any causes, your money will always
Don't worry, guys. Bar breakdown with the AA. It sends on your vehicle's fault date.
Bye, Iona. Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye, Kim.
Thanks.
Bye.